What is up, YouTube? James Baek and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Back Battles. Today we're using the Palkia Kyogre team once again with Palkia, Kyogre, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Tapu Lele, and Hawlucha. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I highly recommend you go check them out. Some pretty intense games, but yeah, this team has been doing pretty well and I'm really happy to use it. Let's just get started. So Hawlucha, I think, has been putting in a ton of work. I think all the Pokemon have been putting in a ton of work, and I've also been thinking a little bit more about the Psyshock versus Psychic debate. I think maybe Psyshock might be better on the Tapu Lele after all, but maybe I have to do some testing. I'll probably test maybe after this episode. For instance, whether I prefer Psychic or Psyshock. We got from Australia, 15-13 rating. Let's see. Ooh, interesting Pokemon. Licky Solgaleo, Serena, no, there's no Incineroar. Gyarados, which is really fascinating. Kyogre and Gyarados. Well, Ferrothorn. I said Gyarados already. Why does Hawlucha do a lot of work in this game? It really does for some reason. Fighting type stab, flying type stab. There is the Intimidate from Gyarados and the Solgaleo, which is the only things that are really stopping me from using it. I think Palkia is definitely a good lead here. Like, Palkia does so well against my opponent's team. I do like Palkia, and I think I like Incineroar here because of the fact that I can intimidate the grass types. I can knock up the Licky because I don't know what set Licky is supposed to run here. Cloud 9. It does get the ability Cloud 9. Also gets the ability Own Tempo, but I don't think this is like a Swagger shenanigan team. Could be Swagger Gyarados. We've seen support Gyarados in the past. Yeah, I definitely like Palkia plus Incineroar. Tapu Lele hurts me more than benefits me. I think I like Kyogre and Amoonguss. I just don't want to bring Tapu Lele, and since I can't bring Tapu Lele, I can't really bring Hawlucha, right? Because the seed isn't going to be helpful. So let's see how this is going to go. I'm not exactly too sure about this matchup. I'm going to be pretty interested. Hopefully we get to see the Licky come, because I think it could actually be decent against my team, especially since it is like a rain, war type spam kind of team. So let's see what my opponent's going to offer right here, as we'll see what my opponent decides to lead. Let's see. It's going to be the Gyarados and Solgaleo leading. Okay. Could be Thunder Wave Gyarados. Could just be Dragon Dance. We will just lead my Incineroar and Palkia. Gets an Intimidate off into Gyarados and an Intimidate into me, but I don't think I mind it as much. I don't want this to be Weakness Policy Solgaleo. I think just going for the Hydro Pump into Solgaleo is worth it. We also don't know what kind of Solgaleo variant it is. Could be Scarf. Not really worried about Gyarados Dragon Dancing because it really shouldn't have any moves that can touch Palkia, especially since, you know, Z Crystals aren't legal in this format. I also have an Amoonguss, which is pretty good in this matchup. So I think I'll double up the Solgaleo slot. I guess the worst case is Thunder Wave or Swagger from Gyarados. I'm not really expecting those. Could be a potential option, but yeah, I think I'll just go for the Fake Out and the Hydro Pump into Solgaleo. I don't want to go for Flamethrower immediately. Solgaleo just going to protect. I also realized Serena could have switched in, but I don't think it would really switch in here. So yeah, so my opponent makes a nice protect with Solgaleo. As we'll see what the Gyarados decides to do. If it's a Thunder Wave set, if it's a Dragon set. Oh, it's Weakness Policy Solgaleo. Okay. That makes some sense. Okay, so it's Weakness Policy Solgaleo with... Okay, so it's the Bulldoze Weakness Policy set on Solgaleo. That's not good for me. That's really not good for me. That's cute. Oh, I completely forgot that was an option. Shoot. What are you gonna do? Bulldoze, attack my Palkia, I think. I'm just gonna go hard Amoonguss. I don't want to risk going for the U-turn. I'm gonna go out into my Amoonguss here because of the fact is Incineroar is still useful. Takes a water type attack if my opponent decides not to go for it, and I'm pretty sure it's a Zen Headbutt Bulldoze combination going out into the Palkia slot. So we're gonna see Bulldoze come out. I mean, since we intimidated the Gyarados, that's doing even less to the Solgaleo too. That's actually really cool. The Gyarados also being a great water resist to handle Kyogre. Of course, it does appreciate Thunder. I don't run Thunder on mine though. As let's see, it's going to be the eject button. So bye bye Gyarados. That could be bad. A Ferrothorn is forced in. That's not bad actually. No, that's not bad. Rock Slide. Oh, it's not even Zen Headbutt. Or maybe it does have Zen Headbutt. Just decide to go for Rock Slide to cover for my Solgaleo. Okay. I feel like I could easily just go for. I don't think this Ferrothorn expects me to have Flamethrower. I don't think it does. I kind of want a Flamethrower, and I kind of want to try to Spore the Solgaleo if you keep going for Rock Slide. Because the Bulldoze isn't going to be. Like, since the Bulldoze took a little bit of help from Amoonguss, I feel like you shouldn't knock out my Amoonguss with Rock Slide. So, yeah, I'll go for the Spore and the Solgaleo. I'm already far behind. Like, I'm really far behind. I gotta get something off right here. We're gonna see the Sunsteel Strike. Probably just coming out of Amoonguss, which is okay. So, that is alright by me because of the fact is even with the Sunsteel Strike targeting down my Amoonguss, yeah. So I could have protected Amoonguss there, I guess, but I'm going to be able to knock out the Ferrothorn, which is pretty big for my Kyogre. So at least I'm able to get something off. So we get rid of this Ferrothorn. Nice. Gyarados most likely going to come back in because I don't really see Kyogre coming in. I'm going to go Kyogre here because if Gyarados comes back out, you're forced to Bulldoze Protect here. And if that's the case, I could just go out into my. I wish I had Thunder. Like, if I had Thunder, I'd be in a really good spot because I could just Thunder. Oh, Licky Licky comes out. Ooh, getting that Cloud9. That's fine, though. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Cloud9 does appear. Sunsteel Strike, Rock Slide should be Zen. I'm just going to make the Incineroar play. I really don't want to lose to Zen Headbutt onto the Palkia slot, since Palkia is my best way to deal with that, it is the best way to deal with that Gyarados, and I think I'm going to fire off Origin Pulses here. I need Chip on both of these Pokemon, and I can't Water Spout because Licky Licky could go for something else. Maybe it's a Protect knockoff, like Licky Licky does get knockoff, so it could be a knockoff, maybe a Power Whip here. We do get Intimidate off at least. So that should help. So there is no Serena in the back. As Full Metal Body, we know, so you won't be able to be intimidated. We just see Solgaleo Protect, no surprise there. But I think this works out, unless this Licky Licky has Bulldoze too, does it? I mean, we are going to get a bit of chip in this Licky Licky. It could be Assault Vest Licky Licky, just to take attacks better. Origin Pulse going to fire off. Big damage, that's not Assault Vest. Oh, it's Explosion, that's cute. Okay, why you get rid of your Cloud9 user? That should knock out Kyogre, unless you're banded, I guess. Are you banded? I don't know if you're banded, but that was a lot of damage, but I mean, we'll take that. Okay. We're able to get our berry back, which is very good, and we can go for the fake out into the. Yeah, we can go for fake out into the. Gyarados gonna come back out. We go for Origin Pulse and fake out the Solgaleo because Rock Slide will knock out both my Pokemon. Gyarados can only knock out one. Yes, always the play here. Go for the fake out into Solgaleo. Explosion's cute. I didn't do much though. So Origin Pulse and fake out the Solgaleo. Yeah, definitely my play. And then I hope that Palkia can potentially win this game because it looks like Palkia will be my way of winning this game if I do have a shot. Fake out going to go to Solgaleo. Insignificant damage. Origin Pulse does connect with both Pokemon here, so really nice. Damage on the Gyarados, damage on the Solgaleo. Absolutely crucial. Look at that big damage. We did nothing to Gyarados, so that's Assault Vest, I think. Goes for the Bulldoze. Okay. Crits the Incineroar, not too big of a deal, I think, because it's still pretty much the same situation. Now I gotta call 50-50 whether Solgaleo goes for Protect, because you should know that Palkia is faster than Solgaleo, so Yeah, but the problem is that my opponent expects me to protect. Catching the Solgaleo's protect, you could go for the attack with Solgaleo, and then I'm absolutely screwed here. So yeah, like there are a bunch of things that are still pretty bad. I think I do have to call the Solgaleo protecting though. So we'll go for the protect here. Like this is what I would do in a game 1 situation anyway, because you should know that Palkia is faster. So let's see, I hope it's a protect and maybe a waterfall instant or a bulldoze. I think bulldoze would be most likely coming out, but ooh, calls it. I think goes for the scald into my Incineroar slot. So Incineroar does go down. I should have went for the flamethrower. I think flamethrower would just seal it up too, because I'm pretty sure this is Assault Vest Gyarados. I don't think it can touch my team. Assault Vest Gyarados is really cool though. That's actually a really solid idea. I actually want to use it now. Guessing it's Surprise Thunder. I can still win this if I get a double protect, because you're definitely bulldozing now, I think. Unless you actually just don't know that Solgaleo is slower than Palkia, max speed Palkia. But I feel like you should, there's no reason not to bulldoze here because of the fact that I failed to double protect though, so yeah. If I wanted a shot, I needed the double protect there. I needed to get a flamethrower off into Solgaleo. So my opponent made the risky option, but it definitely did work out for my opponent. So yeah, I might have maybe played too safe, but again, it was a 50-50 because you either make the play my opponent did, which catches the Palkia's protect, or you're able to just attack here, I guess. Maybe somehow Palkia is faster than Solgaleo, although I really doubt it. But that Assault Vest Gyarados, pretty sick. Pretty sick. Crunch. Oh, for Lunala. But Scald also on the Gyarados, so... Huh. Sunsteel Strike, just not wanting to miss, I guess. So, overall, I don't think there was really much of a way I could play the game differently. I guess I could have just faked out the Gyarados immediately, because if I faked out the Gyarados immediately, because I completely forgot that Bulldoze is a thing. I'm used to seeing Salamence. I completely forgot that Gyarados also has a potential option of doing it. So yeah, especially since usually it's because Gyarados tends to be, since Gyarados is slower than Solgaleo, so I didn't expect the Bulldoze combination, because usually you want the Pokemon that's using Bulldoze to be faster so you can get the weakness policy off. But that was a pretty cool tech by my opponent. So yeah, unfortunately not being able to pull out much work, but yeah, that was a really well played game. And I definitely think that I made all the plays that I had to, except again, it's that 50-50 call. But I think I still stand by going for it, because I feel like my opponent was playing super risky by going for that. So again, I feel like I'm okay. I would have had to call it, but then again, I had no idea how my opponent really plays. So yeah, I'm okay with that. But very nice battle for my opponent. Very well played. I guess just a turn 1, I had to make a difference there. But I would have had to know the Gyarados set. But that's good to know for the future. As we got our second opponent from Mexico, 1562 rating. With the team, ooh, Reshiram. Huh, and a Politoed. Politoed, Reshiram, Tapu Koko, Scrafty, Celesteela, and Xerneas. Really fascinating team. And I mean very fascinating, because I don't know what I'm supposed to expect here. Isn't Incineroar coming? I don't know. I don't think it is. I think the 4 Pokemon I want to bring are going to be Palkia, Kyogre, Tapu Lele, and I think a Mungus, just in case that Xerneas gets a bit out of hand. So I'll lead Palkia plus Kyogre, I think. I have Tapu Lele in the back and a Mungus. I can't remember. I think Reshiram's 90 speed, so Palkia should outspeed it. Yes, I'm pretty sure, unless it's Choice Scarf. It's a really weird team. Hawlucha doesn't really do much to Celesteela. Incineroar helps with Celesteela, but I don't feel like it's as great here. The problem is, okay, so at least it's probably not going to be a Seed Celesteela or like Misty Seed or Psychic Seed. So if I can deny my opponent's Celesteela from ever getting the boost, Hydro Pump and Scald and Water Spout and all those powerful water type attacks will just obliterate the Celesteela with a 2 shots. So that's the game plan. I gotta watch out for the Wide Guard on the Celesteela. That's always a potential option. I don't know if Celesteela gets any form of speed control. Does it get Tailwind? I don't think it does. I know Autonomize is a thing, but I don't think it gets Tailwind. Not exactly too sure though. But our second game, let's see how this is gonna go. I think... yeah, what's my opponent going for? I'm just really curious on what these sets are, because these are Pokemon you probably don't expect to see. Tapu Koko Scrafty gonna lead, okay. So I lead my Palkia and Kyogre here. This is kind of an annoying turn 1 because there is the Electric Surge. Oh, it's Scarf Tapu Koko. It is Scarf Tapu Koko. Probably Scarf Wild Charge then. Huh. Well, I'm definitely retreating my Kyogre. And I guess I'll go for the Hydro Pump into the Tapu Koko slot, because I'm not risking the Wild Charge here. I could go Amoonguss here, but I think I'll go in the Tapu Lele just to prevent a Fake Out from coming out. Yeah, and I don't mind this position because of the fact that if I can knock out Koko, it'd be really good. Volt Switch or U-Turn could come out, but nothing really takes a Hydro Pump on my opponent's team well. Other than maybe Politoed if it's especially defensive. So we'll go Tapu Lele here, bring out the Psychic Surge. And we'll see what my opponent decides to do. It's going to be the U-Turn. No Fake Out, which is a good play for my opponent. So yeah, you could U-Turn out. That does a lot. It's a critical hit, which doesn't exactly help my case. Let's see. If it was just regular Koko, I could have just expected 2 plays. Either you attack their Fake Out, or you go for the Protect Koko knockoff, which I think would have been a better play. Oh, if you give me Xerneas, I am super happy about this. If I get rid of Xerneas, please give me the Xerneas. Nice. Okay, getting rid of Xerneas. Excellent. Excellent. Getting rid of Xerneas is absolutely key there. And we're going to see Snarl. Ooh, nice Snarl. Okay. I'm okay with that, though. That's actually really good for my team in general. Just because of the fact that I was able to knock out the Xerneas immediately. Like, yeah, something was going down on my opponent's team that side. Unless maybe Celesteela would have taken probably 80 or 90. Or the, you know, the, what's it called? Politoed. But I'm not sure if we bring Politoed in this matchup. It can't do much damage. I just protect Palkia here. I'm going to do some maneuvering here with Amoonguss. The next turn I could Rage Powder, switch back into Lele, reset my special attack with Palkia because Palkia is a key to winning this game. I could also just go for the Spore Factor and sack Tapu Lele if I really want to, but I think maybe just going for the Moonblast and the Scrafty might be a better idea. A Snarl probably confers as the Assault Vest Scrafty since that's the most common set. So yeah, we'll just protect Palkia. We're going to see the Wild Charge come out, targets out my Palkia, and I knock off into my Palkia as well, which is absolutely fine. Go on Tapu Lele here. The question is, do I want to go for the Spore or Rage Powder? I kind of want to go for the Rage Powder. But then again, yeah, I want to go for the Rage Powder, actually. I want to go for the Rage Powder. We're going to see Tapu Koko switch out, which is fine, into the Reshiram. So Reshiram does be revealed here. So it's really going to come down to what kind of set that Reshiram is. It could have, you know, I'm not exactly sure. It does get access to Tailwind. It does get access to Tailwind. Range still up, though, so it shouldn't be able to knock out my Amoonguss, I think. Let's see what this Scrafty does. A Snarl would be smart here. You could also go for knockoff, which would be fine, too. It is knockoff, so I don't think red card activates, which is actually good for me. Yeah, perfect. So now I can just go for the Moonblast and the Scrafty and go for a Spore. If you go on the top of Koko, you're going to take a bunch of damage, which I'm okay with. And again, Reshiram still can't knock out Amoonguss, so I could redirect any of the attacks the following turn. And at this point, like, Scarf Kyogre is looking to win. Like, if I just need to damage a lot of my opponent's Pokemon, we are going to see that Scrafty retreat into the top of Koko. So really nice play on my opponent's part. Yeah, we'll see here, because if you knock out the Lele this turn, it's a big mistake. I get a free switch in the Kyogre, and I just get to click War Spout Rage Powder. So I am faster than the Reshiram, so that Reshiram is slow. So Moonblast going to come out on top of Koko. Big damage there. Blue Flare going to come out. How much damage is it doing? Not really that much. Spore into the Fang, which is okay. And we'll just go for, I guess we'll chip the Reshiram. Yeah, we'll chip the Reshiram and try to get either my Palkia or my Kyogre in, because I think that's how we're going to be able to win this game, by clicking Water Spout, by clicking Spatial Rend. We already know that this Reshiram is super slow, so we'll go down to any combination attack, so I'm pretty happy about how this is going to turn out. A U-Turn going to come out, which shouldn't knock out Tapu Lele. Yeah, barely. That critical hit could have maybe really came into play there. Scrafty's going to be forced to come in, which is fine. Scrafty does come out. And let's see here. What's going to come out from my opponent? Is it Blue Flare and the Lele? Which I'd be okay with. I just want chip damage because now that Reshiram is in range of Water Spout. Yeah, and it doesn't look like it's Assault Vest. There comes a Dragon Pulse. Rain stops. We'll just go for the Protect with Tapu Lele, and we'll go for a Rage Powder. Or we'll go for the Clear Smog, I guess, because here's the thing, right? My opponent can't knock me out without getting me my free switch into Kyogre, clicking Water Spout, because if you knock out a Moongus, Kyogre comes in, Water Spout is gonna, and Moonblast is gonna obliterate your entire team. I guess the only thing that can save my opponent now is gonna be a Tailwind, but I feel like if you had Tailwind, you might have went for it earlier. Fake Out gonna go into Lele and Blue Flare or Dragon Pulse. Yep, into my Moongus, which is fine. Scrafty should be Assault Vest with the Snarl, or it just doesn't get a Protect, which either way works for me. And even if Reshiram carries Protect, I'm still in a very advantageous position because of the fact that now I just go on to Kyogre, I click Water Spout. Yeah, I click Water Spout, no reason not to, I guess. And yeah, this is looking pretty good for me. So I just click Moonblast plus Water Spout. Yep. Get this damage off. I'm trying to think if there's a 100% way to win this game. Reshiram is forced to Protect here. Yep, you're always supposed to Protect, but even then, I don't think it's going to really help you much. Even if you're red card Scrafty, it doesn't really save you. That actually might worsen your position. It looks like it is going to be Assault Vest Scrafty because that took that Water Spout super well. As Moonblast's going to come out into Scrafty. Scrafty will go down. And now it's Tapu Koko and Reshiram versus my Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure I just sack my Palkia here. Here's the thing. I'm trying to make it a 100% win con. Spatial Rend is not a 100% win con. It's a 95% win con. So you're forced to Wild Charge here. You have to get rid of my Kyogre if anything. I'm going to go out into my Palkia. Yeah, I'll go on to Palkia. And yeah, like if you Wild Charge, you're going to go down to your own recoil. So Kyogre can come back in, just click Water Spout. That's game. And I also have Moonblast Pressure, so Water Spout plus Moonblast will knock out the Reshiram. And even if it's like a berry for some reason it survives a Water Spout, let's say if my opponent's able to stall out Rain, I think I'd still be good. A Wild Charge is going to target down the top of Lele slot, as Dragon Pulse is going to target down the Palkia. So that should knock out, right? Yeah, it doesn't actually. So should be pretty good because I just double up the Tapu Koko slot with Moonblast plus Flamethrower. That was actually a really nice play by my opponent. Because Water Spout could have ended my opponent's career. And I guess I could have went for it. Like, there could have been a safe win con if I did risk the Spatial Rend. But I felt like Palkia should be able to live Dragon Pulse since it's Dragon Pulse and not like anything more powerful. And yeah, I just double up the Tapu Koko here. Wild Charge is going to go on the top of Lele, but Flamethrower going to be able to knock out Tapu Koko. And then Water Spout, single target, should be able to finish it off. I don't think I go for... Do I go for Skull? No, I go for Water Spout. I should have enough Water Spouts to win the game anyway. I have 7, right? Yeah, you would need a lot of Protects. Dragon Pulse. Maybe it's Roost. Maybe it's Roost. What if it's Roost? I mean, you need a double Protect to begin with, and then even out of rain, you have to hope that Reshiram lives a single target Water Spout from full HP Kyogre no matter what. So I'll just click Water Spout here. Reshiram going to Protect, most likely going to try to go for the double the following turn, and that's really my opponent's only way to come back in this game because otherwise, yeah, I just don't see a way out for my opponent. So click Water Spout once again. Let's see if my opponent gets a double, make things a little bit more interesting, especially if the Reshiram maybe has a berry or, you know, something could be interesting. Let's say if you get the double, then a berry activates, but it looks like you don't get the double. I don't think you're living this Choice Scarf Water Spout in the rain. I think you needed a double, you needed berry on Reshiram, or at least Roost to try to stall me out of my power points. You have to hope that you live single target Water Spout in the first place outside of rain, which is a tall order to ask because Kyogre is still really strong regardless, but we're able to pick up a win there. And yeah, it could have been the sloppy endgame if Dragon Pulse crit, I guess, my Palkia. Maybe I should have just went for the special end because I did risk the crit. But then again, crit has a lower chance than a 5% miss, since crit is like a 4 point something chance, I believe, in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So yeah, no matter what, how you look at it, the going into Palkia was still the optimal play in terms of luck base. So yeah, hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back Battles though. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. Like, that first battle was actually insane. That was pretty insane. That was a cool tech. But hope that everyone enjoyed. If you did like it, please leave a like down below. Shows your support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side tiers on my channel. All that good stuff will be linked down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitch for live VGC 2019 streams and more, as well as feel free to leave a comment down below as I do read them. And check out the rest of my other videos. There's a playlist in the description down below if you have missed previous episodes. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.